Today on Wolf Pack Weekdays, we're going to be talking about a new comic must-read, and probably the last one, of Justice League 3000 and Justice League 3001. Welcome back to Wolf Pack Weekdays. Like I said, today we are going to be doing a comic must-read, and it's probably going to be the last one because this is not a popular thing on the channel, and these are the comics that basically made me want to do this series in the first place on Wolf Pack Weekdays. And these are my favorite comic series that have ever existed, and I love them so much, and I highly recommend them, and that's why I want to talk about them. So first we're going to start with Justice League 3000. Now, Justice League 3000 is the concept that basically the Justice League characters have been dead for centuries, and this new world, they take the DNA from like Superman, Batman, Green Lantern, the Flash, Firestorm, like all sorts of Justice League characters, and they clone them to make new superheroes. But the problem is that they can't do a perfect clone. So it's a broken version. They don't have all their powers. They don't have all their memories. They don't have all the things that make them themselves, which is why it's so interesting and so much fun for me. You know, the Flash still has super speed. Superman still has super strength, but Superman can't fly. Batman can't remember a lot of things, and Batman and Superman absolutely despise each other, even though they were best friends back in 2000. It's so much fun, and there's such a good twist in the end of it, and so many cool characters that are introduced and brought to that time, like Booster Gold and Blue Beetle and Supergirl and stuff like that. They're all brought in through time travel or other means, and it's just so interesting, so fun. There's a war, there's a planet full of people in a castle and stuff, and it's just amazing. I really enjoy it. The use of the new villains that you have never heard of is always a lot of fun, and it adds this new aspect to it. I have every single 3000 that has existed. These are just 4 of them. And basically what happens is they leave you with a cliffhanger in the last one after they've run into characters you know very well, and things go down and stuff happens. But what happens then is they go to 3001 after that cliffhanger, and it continues the story. I mean, these are actually came out this year. These are pretty new, actually. I mean, you can tell this one actually has a Batman vs Superman ad for the movie from 2015. So these were just last year that they came out. They actually haven't released any in a while. I don't know if they're going to continue them or not. I hope they do. But I have all the ones that exist from both series, and I highly recommend them both. They're amazing, and the way it continues really drives like everything you want to see home and makes you super happy, because you know, you sit there and you're expecting these things to continue and these things to happen, and then they just take it and throw it away, and they're like, no, this is what's actually happening. And then it's this whole new storyline that's super fun and super awesome, and like the broken characters bouncing off each other and messing with the new characters and the old characters that still are themselves, that were like frozen or have time travel powers and stuff like that. It's awesome. It's super fun, and the way they explain how they basically mimic the powers of these heroes and how they get them to be like the originals but not quite the same is probably the coolest storyline I've ever actually read in a comic. So yeah, these are the entire reason I started this series, but I'm going to have to end this series probably because it's just not something that has a lot of pull right now. With the small size of my channel, there's just not enough people who like comics, so I feel like I waste a day that I could be talking about something more serious or something more important to me, or even just something that's new or cool. So I'm not saying that this is gone forever, but I'm saying that it's going to be gone for a while until we get to a bigger size, and maybe there's a bunch of people that want me to do comic themed stuffs. Then I'll bring this back. I'll do more comic things. But until then, I think it's a good idea to kind of let this one go. But seriously, go to your local comic shop and support them by buying 3000 and 3001. I'm sure they have some back issues of them. They weren't exactly the most popular series, but it was popular enough to continue, which I was super happy about. And seriously, Wolfpack, I think you'll love it. If you like the Justice League, you will definitely like these comics, because it is a new take on them that you've never seen before, which is actually kind of rare because they've done everything under the sun when it comes to the Justice League. So, yeah, go check them out. Go buy them. Support your local comic shop. And that's it for today. So, what do you guys think about these comic must-reads? Do you think I should still continue them and change my mind, or do you think that this is probably a good idea to wait until we get a more of a community that like comics? So let me know in the comments with the hashtag WPW. And that's it for today. So with that being said, thank you for watching. Subscribe for more. If you have any suggestions for the show, use the hashtag WPW down in the comments or on Twitter, and your ideas might just get featured on the show. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.